Hello all. Real quick, I want to take just a couple minutes and talk to you about where we should be right now and what the last piece to this project is. It's actually creating our reference page, and I'm going to show you how I want you guys to format that. Okay, so just briefly, real quick, I've put some things on there, and some of you guys have been in contact with me. You guys have done a nice job. You've been on the project. However, there were some questions that arise. I want to try and go through and eliminate any of those questions, and then let you know how we're going to collect that and whatnot. So, okay, real quick, you guys, let me. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Let me share the screen with you so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Give me 1 second here. Okay, you guys have created your resume. Okay, and we were working through the 1111 folder for a few days. You created a resume, and I try and get this black bar out of the way here, guys. Sorry, I don't know if you can even see this. There we go. Okay, create a resume, and we worked in this 1111 folder, and we were to create that in a way like we were going to submit that for a job. Okay, we talked about that in a prior video, and many of you, I think, understood what we were doing. I did hear from a couple of you, and I feel like we're on the right page with that. Cover letters, some more questions did come up. If we would look at the 1118 2020 folder here, it says cover letters, and it says here that we're going to create the cover letter. You're going to use this template. Okay, so when I pop this template open and open this up in Microsoft Word, actually what you guys get are two templates. Okay, so you get two of them right here. Okay, I would only focus on this first one right here, and you can actually delete all of this. I think that, for example, I think a question came up like this line right here, your name, address, or something like that was like coming up a page, and I think that was causing some confusion. Okay, the last part of the very first page here that we're looking at that you're going to use as a template is the your typed name, or your name typed right here. Okay, anything that might be hovering down here under that actually belongs on this page, and you just highlight that and delete it. Okay, we don't need that at this point. Okay. All right. Another question that came up, it says right here, how are we supposed to sign it on the computer? Well, obviously you can't. Okay, it's a handwritten signature. My in-class students will. Hang on a second, guys. Hopefully, guys, I hope that worked. I don't know if something happened there and you weren't seeing my screen. If you weren't, just real quick, this second page right here, we want to delete that. That's what I was talking about. Anything that might be showing here or down below this, your typed name belongs on the second page. We're going to delete it again. Again, I apologize if you guys saw that, but I'm not sure that you did. Okay, going back down through this document right here, your handwritten signature. Okay, you can't sign it. You guys that are online are going to type the letter. You're going to leave the space. There's actually 4 spaces right there. You're going to leave. You're going to type your name, and then that's all you can do. You can't sign it. Now, if you were to turn this in person, like my in-person students are, they will sign. If you were to turn this into an employer in person, you would sign. However, if you were to email this, or you were to send it in another method that electronically, through maybe via uploading a website or whatever, you can't sign it. There's no handwritten ability. Okay, so hopefully that answers that question. So now we've got resume done. We've got cover letter done. Again, you're using this very first page. This second page, all it is just another example. Just delete that page. Okay, this tells you, first page, exactly what you're supposed to put in this letter. Okay, the last thing that we're going to do is the references. Okay, so in order to create your references page, there's no template. This is actually very simple, but we need to have at least 3 references, 3 true references that you actually communicate with and asked them to be a reference. You can't just put somebody down. Okay, so we're looking for 3 people, whether it be a teacher, whether it be a coach, whether it be some sort of boss, but it cannot be a family member, and it can't be somebody that you just, you just are going to put down. Okay, there has to be some kind of communication here done to determine if they are okay using you as a reference. Okay, reason being, if, for example, you think you've got a good relationship with someone, so let's say such as a teacher, and you just automatically put them down, well, there's 2 problems now. One, the teacher has no idea that you put them down, and that teacher may receive a phone call from the employer to check on a reference, right? And they are unprepared for that. So the reference that you're looking for, the good reference, that selling point to help you maybe separate yourself from other employees that are trying to get that job, it might not be as good because your reference just wasn't prepared to help you out. And maybe that person is stumbling around. Maybe that person doesn't really understand maybe what they should be saying because they didn't have a chance to prepare. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is you might think you have a good relationship with a specific person, like say the teacher, and really maybe it's not. And maybe the teacher might be able to be honest with you and just say, hey, look, Johnny, I don't think you've done a great job in my class with homework, or you're always late, and we have problems a lot. Send you to the principal. I have to call Mr. Chesko about you often. If that's the case, I don't think you want that teacher to give you a reference, because they're not going to lie. That teacher is going to be honest and tell them, hey, well, he's always late for class, and he has been caught cheating twice in my class, and it just doesn't look good. That's not going to help you cause it all. So again, you need to communicate that. I would say 95% of the time, a teacher is going to say, yeah, sure, put me down as a reference. We're good. I'd be glad to help you out. But you don't want to make that assumption, because it could burn you in the long run. Okay, so as far as references go, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so you're going to open up a blank Word document. Get a blank Word document open here, guys. And here's how I'm looking for the format. This is real simple. Okay, we're going to get a blank one. We're going to center align our text and just type in references. Okay, all caps. And we're going to make it pretty large. Okay, I'm probably not the largest it goes. I'd probably be in this 36 to 48 range, whatever you guys want, somewhere in that range. I wouldn't go 72. It's a little too big. Okay, I'm going to hit enter, come down to that next line. I'm going to drop it back down to the normal size. Okay, all right, so what we should have is the following information on here. We have the references name. Okay, I spelled reference right? Okay, references name. Okay, we're going to put the address. We're going to put the city, state, and zip code of that reference. Okay, address typically is going to be like the professional address. So like if you're going to use a teacher, you're probably going to put, well, you will put the school's address. Okay, you're not going to ask the teacher for their home address. Same thing with the phone number. Okay, you're going to use the school's phone number. Same, if you would have a former boss, you're going to use the boss's business address and the business phone number. It's just not very professional to put in the personal information. Okay, that is unless you're asking a really good friend to be a reference for you, something along those lines. But if you're asking for somebody to be a reference to you that's been, the relationship with you guys is a little more professional, then you don't want to go personal addresses. Okay, and then the last thing we want to put in is the email address. Okay, so that's the information you've got to get for all 3 references. Okay, now there's one change we've got to make. There's too much space in between here. So what we're going to do is highlight all of this. We're going to go to paragraph, and then we are going to go, Mr. Markley's coming in. I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I just really like Mr. Markley. I just really enjoy Mr. Markley. Okay, so we go single, we go 0, okay, in both of these, single and 0, and we hit okay, and you notice that changes the spacing there. okay? Put a couple spaces. We'll do this same exact thing for, man, I'm having trouble with reference. Same exact thing for reference 2. Okay. And then again, the same exact thing for reference 3. Okay, I'm not going to type out reference 3 here. Okay, so you're going to need 3 of these in order to get all credit. Okay, so this would be the 3rd page. So in this project that you're doing, you're going to have a resume that we've worked on. You're going to have a cover letter, and you're going to have a reference page. All 3 are separate files. It's not all one big file. I don't want to be scrolling through here and seeing references, resume, cover letter. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm looking for 3 specific files. Okay, so that's what we're going to be in for. That's what we're doing. The references page will take you 10 minutes max. Okay, you just need to get the data. That might take you some time because you do have to find this information out. You can't just make it up. And you do have to contact these people. Please know that in class, students asked me, hey, are you going to contact these references? More than likely, no. But if I'm going to question one, I might just do that. Okay, so I might pick one randomly out of so many people and just say, hey, did such and such use you or ask you to be a reference? And if not, then we're going to lose some points. Okay, same thing goes with others. You know, if I find that many people are doing this, I'm probably going to ask more people and check that. Okay, so we do want to make sure that you guys are asking and making sure that all is good. Okay, so you've got the again the cover letter, references, and resume due. We're going to look to make that all due Monday. Okay, all of it to be turned in Monday. And then Tuesday, we'll just kind of take it easy before Thanksgiving. Okay, we'll do something light. Okay, all right. If you guys have questions, email me. And I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you. Thanks, guys.